There we go. Alright, sorted. Right, okay. So, alright. I'm fucking tired, alright? No, but we've got like a video going up tomorrow. It was supposed to come out tonight, to be honest. We got like we've been working on it all fucking day. But it's just not rendered in time. So I wanted to do something because the album for the audio book is actually in the charts on iTunes. It was at number 46 last I checked, which is pretty fucking good. So I wanted to do like a video tonight and something animated, something fun. Just wasn't gonna render in time, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll do a stream. I was gonna do the stream tomorrow and the video today, but I thought I'd switch it around. So if I look like shit, it's because I feel like shit. But here we are. I don't even have a cup of tea.
You want me to make you one?
Aren't you busy, Carmen?
Yes.
Well then, no. You continue with your studies, Carmen. I'll figure it out. I brushed my teeth as well. I was anyway.
Well done. So
why are you fucking? No, I'm just saying it as like a thing that I've done. Anyway, so the link is in the description for iTunes and Spotify. It is on other places. So if you're thinking about getting the soundtrack, tonight is the night. It will have the biggest impact, and it will increase the chances of it going further up in the charts. For those of you wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, the audiobook that was produced for Amygdala that we made has music in it. All the characters have a theme song. It comes in and out. You can check out the preview of the audiobook on the channel. It's one of the videos, and the audiobook's extremely well reviewed. I think in part because of the production element, because it really does feel like listening to a movie. I'm really happy with it. The second book will I want to say the second book's coming out this year. I really am working hard on it. I'll have the manuscript finished by August, the end of August, for sure. We're going to try and have the illustrations done by then as well. We've already started on that score. The editing for the parts that I've written is already underway, being proofread and stuff like that. So it's just a process, really. The publishing for the first book took from completion to release took 6 months because there were massive delays, because I went through this company initially, and they were good at first, but towards the end making little changes took forever, and it really delayed the publishing. So even though I started the publishing process in September for Amygdala, it didn't come out till months later. It was ridiculous. So it is my hope that if I start the publishing process for Wanderlust in September, like Amygdala, but then do everything properly and cut through all the delays, I know what I'm doing now, I know what to expect, hopefully I can shave that time in half or more, and the book can come out this year. If it doesn't come out this year, a year's just a word. It'll probably just be a few weeks into next year. You're not looking at a massive delay, but I'll do what I can. I do need to do the Wanderlust trailer, because I really need to make that. I need to start promoting it, because it's it is actually getting done. Obviously I've been focused on Amygdala as well, and obviously this album's just come out. So if you want to make sure the album does well, the music, and I want to talk to you a bit about the album and sort of what it means to me and why the music's so important, because it's not just music for the sake of fucking music. It's got historical and sentimental value, and I think that's why a lot of people really like it, because it fits in a way that I don't think would work with any other story or any other music. So I'll get into that. So obviously for psychological reasons, I wanted to do music for the audiobook, for the characters and relational memory. I wanted people to be able to listen to a piece of music, a set of instruments, and think, this is a Lucy chapter, this is Lucy, this is Helgen, oh, I know that trumpet, that's fucking this character, I thought it was it was a way to have sort of cerebral illustrations as you listen, rather than visual illustrations as you read, because as you know, the book is illustrated. I wanted that creative flair to separate it from other things. So I went with music. Now, obviously, a lot of audiobooks have music these days, but I don't particularly enjoy them, and I'm not alone in that. A lot of people find them quite irritating, because what they do is they slap music over the top of the narration and just call it a day. So obviously, I couldn't do that, nor did I need to, because my dad and my uncle, Rob and Alan Fenner, they're very storied musicians. They're in alternative radio, which is a band still going today. My dad was in Buster, which was massive in Japan. I mean, they had number one fucking records over there. They still play some of the songs like Sunday in supermarkets over there. He was in adverts and everything. So there's always been a musical flair to my family, and growing up, it's all I listened to, and I listened to my dad's songs before I even knew they were his. I remember listening to Concertina Ballerina, thinking it was the best song ever, And I didn't realise my dad was the one who did it until years later. And he's like, oh yeah, that was one of mine. I was like, oh, fuck off, really? You know? So it was like, Jesus Christ. And I have these people in my family who are just really in tune, really talented. And, you know, a lot of my characters and a lot of my ideas were formulated around the songs. You know, the First Night album, Wood, Wire and Skin, Retrospect, you know, and of course their individual albums like, you know, Junction 39 and Wonderlust from my uncle, massively influential to my mind. And when I was writing the book, when I was writing Harlow's chapter, for example, I was listening to Heart Machine. When I was writing the dance between Lockett and Methuselah, I was listening to Concertina Ballerina. When I was writing the part of, you know, this toy shop and these automatons and Thalius and Francium and Celia, I was listening to Summer 85. When I was writing Lucy's parts and Sally Sefton, I was listening to Butterfly in the Rain and, you know, By the Waters. These are all songs that have, you know, a meaning to me, and I projected that onto the writing. And as I wrote, I think it has the sort of rhythm of the music. And that's why when we put the music back on for the audiobook, it fucking worked. Like Harlow's chapter 8 with Harlow, and she's dancing and she's seducing her prey. Well, Heart Machine works so well there. Why? Because it was written to the song. You see what I mean? Like Yeshua's theme is First Night, Wexel's theme is Valley of Evergreen. They were written around the music. That the characters came from these sounds, this style. And so that's why the audiobook is different from any other audiobook you've ever read, because it's not just fucking music slapped on for the sake of having music. You know, the characters in the world that I've created and the sounds that sort of birth them are sort of one in the same. And this for me was an opportunity to actually work with my dad, work with my uncle, and produce something actually meaningful. And this album is an extension of that. And so, you know, people who are already fans of, you know, alternative radio will recognize some of the songs. And of course, there's a lot of new ones as well, but they've all been remastered, you know, or they're instrumentals or different versions that you've never heard before that have never been released. And I think that's really great. I think, like, you know, the version of Valley of Evergreen you just heard was built from the ground up. It's still Valley of Evergreen, but it's Wexel's theme. You know, it's got that extra flair to it. So yeah, the album is definitely something special. There will be an audiobook for all 8 books in the August Few series, because it's 8 now, because very, very recently I decided to extend to 8. So there will be an audiobook with each book, obviously, and there will be an album with each book. So you will get, obviously, the Amygdala album, the Wonderlust album, the Euclidean album, and so on and so forth. And we are going to be releasing these on vinyl as well. You know, it's like an exclusive thing, because there's a lot of art that went into these. So again, if you're interested in the you know, the sort of the history of where the Kivuak came from, then a lot of the music is in the description right now. iTunes and Spotify have been linked for you because they're the 2 main ones. You can also get it on, like, you know, other applications. You just search, and yeah. So I really hope you enjoy the album. Obviously the audiobook as well. The links for the audiobook and the book itself is in the description as well. So, you know, that's there. And like I said, if you're interested in supporting the album, then tonight is the night to do it, because it is actually currently charting. I did want to get a video up tonight, but, you know, it's done. I did my fucking part. It's just technology. You know how much I'm fucking bottlenecked by technology. People say to me, "Oh, Sam, you should do this, you should do that." I could do it, but my computer, bless its fucking soul, is God, it's like 14 years old now. It's an old it must be close to that now. I got it when I was 16 or 16, 17. Well, no, it would be 10 years old. Or maybe I started using it when I was 16 or 17. It might actually be older. Hello, Carmen. I'm just telling them how old my fucking computer is. It recently got a new graphics card, though, but, I would really like to upgrade at some point. So it's got, some life in it yet. We've got a donation here from Octapper or OK Tapper. Thank you very much for $5. What does it say here? I noticed lots of Gabriel-era Genesis references in your writing too, particularly from The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, which you animated a song from. Yeah, music is massively influential to me. It's like imagination fuel. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway was an album that I listened to with my mum whenever she used to take me to school, and The Carpet Crawlers very quickly became one of my favourite songs. I still want to do the song justice properly because I think that the sombre animation that I did is that sort of a blueprint for what I want to do, but I want to do that in stop motion. My vision of Sombra's animation test for for Carpet Crawlers is a stop motion video. So I would need to make a Sombra puppet, and I would need to do all the stuff because it feels very practical, So yeah, music's massively influential to me. It's just great, and I'm very happy I was able to work it into the audiobook. My sort of proof of concept was War of the Worlds, Jeff Wayne, so it was like, can this work without being annoying? Well, yes it can, because it has been, accomplished. It's just a lot of audiobooks, when they try and do music, they just have fucking noise over the top, and it's not leveled like, I edited the audiobook myself, so you have like the songs, and you have like fucking 10, 15, 20 different layers of like the maracas, the piano, guitar 1, guitar 2, guitar 3, vocal 1. But you have all these layers, right? And so when I got to the parts in the audiobook where I put the music in, I'd thin it down to maybe the percussion, maybe guitar 1 and 2, then bring in the bass guitar, then bring in some vocals, and then when the narration pauses and you have that breathing space, then you bring in the rest of the instrumentation, and then when the narration starts again, you thin it out. And that's why the audiobook feels natural and feels right, because it's not just music blaring in your ears, it's actually been scored right properly by hand by me. So, it's not just a lazy piece of shit job. Would love to see a stop motion August View. I'd love to do some stop motion for the eventual adaptation of the book series. But I want to get the book series done first, because my biggest criticism of adaptations of things like that is that they always start too soon. They start with season 1 or episode 1 and they don't know what the fuck they're doing in episode 2 or season 2. Write the story first, and I don't just mean the first section of the story, beginning, middle and fucking end, because if you don't, you'll end up in a corner, and that's how so many shows die, or end up disappointing. We've seen that happen countless times. I don't want to fall into that trap. I want to finish the books first. I'm more than happy to wait. I'm still young. I've got my YouTube channel to animate things till my heart's content. I don't need to do a show. I don't need that fucking stress right now. I'm really enjoying writing the books. I'm more than happy to release the books and just have them be books. And then, later on, when they're done and when they're finished and when I'm ready and when you're ready, I will adapt the book series to an animated show for you to enjoy and for me to enjoy, knowing that the story is already written and it makes fucking sense. Anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ, we got one from $50 by these fucking names, man. Dom Awesome 04. Okay, that was a decent one. Will you be selling a bundle of the August View models similar to what you did with the old Satellite City models? I dream of rendering new and old Winifred together. It's possible. I mean, like, when I update the characters and they get, like, a new model, I don't like the idea of leaving the model to sort of rot. I am actually going to upload more models to Gumroad soon. These are the old models, for those of you who don't know, that I don't use anymore. In fact, why don't I... Can I link that? Does anyone have the link for that? I'm sure I can find this. Can I? Where's my store? What the fuck am I doing? Oh no. Hang on a minute. Bear with me, boys. Products, no. If anyone has the link, just send it to me so I can put it there. Is that it? No. Anyway, Geronimo, 16175 $5. Thank you very much. How goes it? My favorite author, current favorite author. Thank you. I try. Looking forward to Wonderlust. Well, me too. I've been enjoying writing it a lot. Stop motion is also time consuming. It is time consuming. But that's actually where I started. I started doing stop motions in my fucking bedroom, and then I decided to do CGI because it was like, well, you know, I can get so much detail and so much, you know, stuff in there. Anyway, well, with the Gumroad thing, I'm currently still trying to find like a... Oh, here we go. Profile. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna put this in the description of the stream. So I'll put it below. I'll put it below the music. So old more. Actually, no. I'll put it at the very bottom. That way, everyone knows sort of where to find it. Give me a second. Oh shit! Fuck me. Shit! Fuck off! What are you doing? There we go. Okay. What is happening? There we go. Old models. There. Oh, fucking hell! Now it's gonna copy that, isn't it? Instead of the link. Oh my god. I can do this. I can solve this basic problem. Yeah. Alright. So if you're interested in owning some of the old Satellite City models that I don't use anymore, there's a link in the description of the stream right now. You can get those for like $35 or something. It's literally just like, you know, the alternative is to, you know, have them never get used again, which I just think is sad. So I'd rather, like, when I stop using a CGI model, I mean, I own the characters, obviously. I mean, the copyright is still to me. You can open my book and see that it's all copyrighted to me. So I own the characters. It's just, you know, I'd rather people enjoy the old models that I don't use anymore, rather than have them rot away. So, yeah, what is Wonderlust? Wonderlust is the sequel to Amygdala. It's my second book in the series. Originally, it was going to be double the size that it is now. Right now, it's the same length as Amygdala, roughly. Originally, it was twice as long, but then I realised, well, why don't I just do 2 books? So you now have Wonderlust and Euclidean, which is technically the second half of Wonderlust, which has been reworked into its own book now. So yeah. It's the sequel. It's a more complicated story. I think it's a more advanced story. In terms of just like natural progression, Amygdala is quite a, you know, it's very. Amygdala is like, I think it's like the perfect opener to the world. It focuses on pretty much a singular issue in their world at that point. It teases others. But in the second book, you start to have more complicated relationships between factions and characters. and things start to feel a lot more sort of even more alive and moving. So I would say it's definitely a more advanced book. Naturally, I mean, it would have to be, because otherwise, what's the fucking point? If you're not gonna, it's got to evolve, hasn't it? Geronimo again, thank you very much. First time I ever saw your work was the Safer Work version of the updated Helgen, and legit thought it was a cosplayer because it looked so realistic in the first few seconds. Thank you. I'm very proud of the Helgen model, and I will be animating her again soon. In fact, I'm going to get Molly to do some voice lines for Helgen, because
totally do Helgen and Yeshua.
I will do a Helgen and Yeshua scene.
Hell
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, Lewis is here. No, everyone point and laugh at Lewis. Yeah, that's right. Everyone do tomato emojis in the chat. Can I do one? Can I do a tomato? I can give myself a super chat. That's great. No, wait. It's not letting me do it. There must be a way of... Yeah, that's right. I feel like an asshole. Right. Oh, so I was doing it.
Hi, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Hi, Jay.
Let me send for Erica. Everyone send bears for Erica, and for Jade send
Send a clown.
Send clowns. Send bears for Erica and clowns for Jade. Tomatoes for Lewis, because obviously Lewis loves tomatoes. They're very nutritious. Yeah, and we need some clowns for Jade as well. There we go. Perfect. The gang's all here. Man, oh god, it's been a fucking crazy fucking few days. Yeah, so like I recently met up with one of my old school friends, Joe. He plays Xander in Satellite City. The gardener who's picking all the weeds by hand for some reason. But yeah, fucking. I found out that like one of my old school friends unfortunately had taken his own life, which was quite upsetting to hear. So I wish we were meeting under like better circumstances. But then I found out that another one of my friends had also passed away, but no one knows how or why or when or where or what the fuck. So it's been a very confusing time for me, because fucking I've been feeling very like sort of oddly nostalgic. Yeah. So I was meeting up with Joe, and we were sort of reminiscing on like the old sort of Satellite City days, and and it was like that sort of that feeling where you're like fucking you're not school kids anymore, and it's like fucking man, life really is something. Why are these emojis still on my screen? How do I get these off now?
You don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't get rid of the emoji bar. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, I just clicked the face again.
What the fuck are you doing?
I did it. I got it off.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, it's been a fucking... And then the album came out. And then we had to spend all day today working on, like, a video to promote it. And now I'm here doing a live stream. 4 o'clock in the morning. But yeah. So what else has happened? What other fucking bizarre things have happened? Fucking hell. See what the chat's saying. Cameron. Oh yeah, the yellow flowers. That was him. How long did it take to write Amygdala? Not as long as Wonderlust, actually. Well, with Amygdala, it's like, obviously it was my first book, but it had like 3 different false starts. Like, technically, I wrote 3 complete versions of Amygdala. Well, no, I did, right? I sort of like, I wrote 2 complete versions of Amygdala, and then 1 sort of half one. So the half one I started in 2019, got to about like 6 chapters, and it was just like, this is shit, basically. Like, this is shit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. And then I gave it a break for like a year. Then I wrote it again, finished it, and that's, you can see some of those old extracts on my channel, and people ask me like, why is the finished version so different? Like, where is this? It's because I wrote the whole book again, because I thought that was shit too. I thought, fuck me. At least then I knew what I wanted, so then I wrote I completely started Amygdala again for like a second time, and that version is what you've read, or what you're reading, or what you're going to read, because you don't fucking click on the fucking links. So yeah, it took a while, but we got there. Wonderlust has gone a lot more smoothly, because obviously I know how to write a book now. I've figured out my writer's voice, my language, my use of punctuation, all these little things that you sort of get the hang of. I obviously planned the story out properly beforehand. The first book took forever, because not only was it just an alien world that I had to like fucking figure out and make sense, which miraculously I fucking accomplished. Because it is actually coherent. The second book's a lot easier, just because like I've done all the sort of the setting up. Yeah. Oh God. Oh. Okay, now what was that? Man. What's the I need to find it now. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the thing that I want to animate as well. You'll see. You'll hear. You'll all hear. I want to animate Oliver Cost and Roger Penny doing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I really want to animate this audio. I'm just trying to find it. I know I've got it here somewhere. Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna headbutt my phone. The fuck? This is a new phone as well. I have no idea how it works. Why is it doing it? Here we go. So I really want to animate this audio. I will give a firm salute to anyone who knows what it's from. By the way, it'll be Oliver Cost and Roger Penny doing this. This isn't going to make any sense either, because I've realised it's not even the full clip, it's just the end of the clip. So
it's the end of the
they're just going to hear noise. Alright, whatever, here we go. That's it. It's beautiful. That's on my list of things to animate. No one's going to know what the fuck I'm talking about there.
If you know what the audio is, you get a crisp thumbs up.
Anyone got that?
I don't think anyone
Going to play it again? Someone said it's the sound of a chainsaw. No.
It's not a chainsaw.
No. Seriously, does no one know what that's from? Are you fucking crazy? You guys. Can't believe it. What have I just played it on repeat? Oh my god. It's the best thing ever.
I think that you should do a stream one day where nothing happens, but you just play that clip.
It's gonna be Oliver. It's gonna be it's gonna be Oliver electrocuting Roger Penny, and Roger Penny just flies into the. Yeah. I'm gonna be animating that like soon. Yeah, fuck. Well, I was actually talking to Doug Walker like about that like last week, because whenever I watch a film, I always send Doug a message and be like, what did you think about this film? And of course he mentioned that as the funniest part of the film, because of course it fucking was. So I have the official sanction that is the best part of the film, and for that reason I will animate it. But yeah. Anyway, Cameron again. Thank you very much. What the fuck, man? Like how Lucy got shocked by Heisen. Oh yeah, Heisen was a fuck for that, wasn't she? Animate Oliver rolling Roger off the balcony and bouncing back up. Yeah. Yeah. I'd roll him off the balcony, but he'd only bounce back up. Roger is round, man. He is a round guy. He's a round boy. Spherical. I suppose I could show some like concept art for Lucy for Wonderlust. Does anyone want to see like one of like Lucy's a piece of concept art for Lucy in Wonderlust? Maybe this will tease you in a way that's cool. All right, prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen. So this is one of her costumes for the forthcoming book. As you can see, she's like fully embraced her fucking her ego. So yeah, Lucy in the second book is like, you know, unleashed essentially. So she's a journalist. She's looking for stories. She's showing off. She's, you know, Lucy. One thing I love about Lucy is she's an arrogant fuck, and that's both. That's what uplifts her, and it's always her downfall as well. But I just love watching her just do things. But yeah, obviously she's, you know, showing off a lot here. What is she doing? Where is she? You know, who's she standing up to? Well, that's going to be revealed in the story. Having Lucy become an investigative journalist was a fucking big brain move, let's just say. So that's one of Lucy's outfits. And yeah, so you should be excited. I'm working with Mollish again, Molly. She's the concept artist who did a lot of the stuff for Amygdala. I've also been working with Lewis. We all know Lewis.
Who's that?
Yeah, Tomatoes, everyone. Spaded Ace. You know, I got a lot of great artists. You know, Erica's been helping out. Obviously, Carmen's been doing the main book illustrations, the main event, as they might say.
Hello.
When it comes to the illustrations.
I don't know who Lewis is. Who's Luis?
So yeah, I would show more concept art of some of the Lucy costumes, but I know one of them's like fucking. There is. I tell you what, there is one I could tease. This one I can say, right. This is a big teaser though. So this one that I'm about to show you isn't for this book. It's not for Wonderlust. It's for a future book, but it will sort of give you an idea of, like, you know, maybe.
Which one's that one?
It's one of her costumes. It's one of her outfits for one of the later books.
Ah, right. Are you showing the render or the concept?
The concept. It's a concept, but it's like you know, Lucy is a journalist. What if she sort of goes outside the city? What if she does some stories out there? So there's a really good piece of concept art of Lucy in like a sort of adventuring gear, which I love. I'm in love with this idea of Lucy sort of like going out the city and trying to find like stories, and you know, I think she's a fucking great character. I mean, I say that, but you know, I want to throw her. Yeah, I want to throw her at like a sort of semi-spongy wall. Not enough to hurt her, but enough for her to go, ooh, you know. But yeah, so this is a piece of concept art of maybe like, you know, Lucy in the future, when she's a bit more hardened, a bit more, you know, a bit more journalistic integrity and stuff like that. It's just concept art, you know. I'm not promising anything. You know, she could fucking die in the next book. Who knows? But no, you know, this is definitely an idea that I've had of like, you know, her going out and doing stuff and things of that nature. But yeah, I think it's cool. Look at her. Right, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. Shout out to Demolish. Big ups. Right. So yeah, the album. I'll play one more song from the album, one more character theme to play us out. Are there any that you would particularly like to hear? And also, of course, buy the album. It's in the description. Tonight is the night to do that. Do it. I'm not fucking around. Right? I'm not doing it. Not. Shale does have a theme. You will hear it properly in Wonderlust. It's you'll. She does, but Wonderlust will fully manifest the theme, similar to like Greta, where she sort of has the theme in Amygdala, but it's not. It's just like a short version. So Shale does actually have a theme. It's just you know, it's in Amygdala. It's just not. It hasn't fully manifested as her theme yet, her identity, but it will. You can guess.
I like Carlos Diddy.
Well, hang on. We can do a poll.
Yeah, do a poll. Quick.
I'm sure we can do a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Okay. Ask a question. Can I do a different poll? Add an option. Oh, here we go. Which poll time? Song. So we can do Lockett's theme, Harlow's ditty, what else? Let's just think of something. Winifred's theme, Ludwig's theme. One more. Oh no, that's it. So we've got Lockett's theme, Harlow's ditty, Winifred's theme, Ludwig's theme. Alright, stop poll. There we go. That's the poll. We'll leave that running for a bit. Ooh.
It's the fact people are choosing Winifred's theme. It's like, bro, just go to the YouTube channel.
I know.
And watch
Well,
it.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
literally
It's
there.
probably why they're all choosing it, because they've heard it. The fools. What am I doing? I'm like fucking around with these windows, and I need to just like keep one on one side and the other on the other, so I don't lose track of where the fuck I am. Right. If Harlow's ditty wins, I'll tomatoes, everyone. Tomatoes.
Why are y'all voting for Winifred?
You'll be on Santa's good.
Winifred's theme is already on the channel. Use this as an opportunity to like listen to something else.
Yeah.
Geronimo, you will be very pleased tomorrow or the next day. Perhaps.
What did Geronimo say?
You wanted Thalias's name.
Well. Walla wa. It's looking like Winifred's theme, ladies and gentlemen.
Love Winifred's theme. But for the people who voted for her, boo.
Yeah. It's the one theme that I've put on YouTube.
It's like, she's what people haven't heard.
Well, what I'll do is I will play them all. That way you can... I'll play them all if you fucking promise to buy the album. How's that? Do we agree? Is that agreed? Yeah? You fucking buy the album, support fucking, you know, the creative arts, you know? And I'll fucking play them for you. Well, you know, you can steal it. But, you know, whatever. You wouldn't steal a car. I'd download one though. Right, okay, so let's go. Goodbye. Okay, so we'll save Winifred's to last then, I guess. Yeah. So we'll do it in order. So Harlow's Ditty first. Alright. So you're going to buy the album, right, guys? You're going to fucking leave me hanging, are you? Okay. Here we go. Harlow. This is Harlow's Ditty. This is in the audiobook, right? Harlow singing a little song. Can't tell if it's playing or not. Jump scare.
Black flag, white flag, uniforms pristine, lie together in a field of dreams. When you're all so proud and don't back down, he wants to hear it all, she just wants to see all their lives they live to disagree, 'cause they're all so proud and don't back down. It's all so loud, his thoughts about, and so it starts again. It's all so loud, her thoughts about, and so it starts again. No compromise with enemies and friends. One more war looks further down the line, 'cause we're all so proud and don't back down. He sails the Black Sea, she prefers to walk. One more reason why they never talk, 'cause they're all so proud and don't back down. It's all so loud, his thoughts about, and so it starts again. It's all so loud, his thoughts about, and so it starts again. No compromise with enemies and friends. La da da, ba da ba da ba, and
and that was Ludwig's theme. I know I was on mute before, but you know, you can get the album with the links below. You know, so what's next? Locket's theme. Here we go. And that was Locket's theme. Links in description below to the full album. Now we'll close with Winifred's theme, shall we? Yeah? Satisfied? Alright. Here we go. This one's going to be nice and peaceful, alright? Okay? Promise.